Blessed ones of the nations of the world, thus is your brother Dan Moses, or say Yao Sakodie of TRC, Ghana, coming your way with this expose from the land of America, the land of my exile, where in the 21st century I'm being barbarously murdered by the US government to willfully cover up crimes against Ghana and humanity. From that land of America, I want to welcome you to the program Testimony New World Disorder by saying to you, you are welcome. Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitam, welcome. Nganjoni, Benvindo, you are welcome. Kuso Diwo, Tusanusenyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, No, O, Sanu, Dezua, Enkwange, Ina, Mitash, Duburo, Pezaluvat, Bine I Vinit, Barigalus de Vita Iche, are you born, Dobridoya, Velkommen, Estan, Hozut, Walang, Anomang, Bienvenido, Namaste, Swagetam, Kush Amadid, Baruch, Haba, Marhaba, Wanyong Hamida, Wanying, Nyejeko, Anyemime, Nyejeko, We Zolo, Novio, Miawezo, Akwaba to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. Testimony New World Disorder, as we know, is the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in these times of global deception, delusion, and lies that are willfully made by some of the very people that humanity, you and I, we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world. And yet some of them have chosen to be the very people that are dealing with us so treacherously by their willful deception, delusion, and willful lies, and having brought humanity and the nations of the world to this present state. Blessed ones, thank God that by this program, Testimony New World Disorder, we as well get to receive some divine guide, divine direction, divine insight that we may know exactly what to do in these times of global man-made Jacob's trouble, global wickedness. Akwaba to the program, Testimony New World Disorder. Dignified ones of the nations of the world, thank God that by His grace we have been able to successfully bring to an end the memorial anniversary for His Excellency John Evans Fifi Atta Mills, my father, my president, my friend. As well, we have been able to have this memorial for His Excellency Pakwesi Bequin Emisa Atta, and for Major Maxwell Adam Mahama, my soldier, who was barbarously lynched, burnt to ashes by the new terrorists who operate from US and with their crime counterparts in Ghana, humanity and the nations of the world. So we are back to exposing Millicent Bongo and the operators of this terror cell, who since 2013 has been recruited by the terror network of Nana Addo Akufo, the crime stick, the FBI, Montgomery County Police. They have been working with them collaboratively to willfully cover up the killings of innocent Kenyans, which heinous killing was done in the year 2008 and beyond during their national election by religious criminals who infiltrated the nation under the cover of the scriptures, and yet arm-dealing preachers. Humanity and the nations of the world, we are back to exposing the killers of the operators of the terror cell who are willfully covering up the killing of innocent Ghanaians and willful covering up of crimes against Ghana and humanity. Blessed ones of the nations of the world, Akwaba to the program Testimony New World Disorder. This expose is being recorded on the 28th of July 2020. It's in the night, That is what I'm recording this. You shall post it as soon as we get it done. Against Wednesday. Blessed ones of the nation shall come back to the program Testimony New World. So we know we are back exposing, we are on Millicent Bongo exposing this terror cell to the local people of Kenya to let them understand that Millicent Bongo, the husband, the son, this well as of inhabitants of this secret terror cell as far back as 2013 had made their fortune at the expense of the noble Kenyan people. So it is not a new thing that they began using this place as a terror cell in 2019 when I returned to live. He became a tenant of the school. No, as far back as 2013, the crime covering sticks have bought them to willfully cover up the killing of innocent Ghanaians, the killing of innocent Kenyans, and to cover up crimes against humanity. So, blessed ones, just to let us know, because of Millicent Bongo and the crime covering sticks. I call them crime covering sticks, whether they call themselves police or call themselves whichever. Willful crime covering sticks. Those that have no value for the Ghanaian people, those that have no value for the African people, those that have no value for the Kenyan people, and are willfully covering up the killing of precious innocents. I don't know whoever they call themselves. All we know is crime is crime. So on the 22nd, I have told us how they have to go to the extent of returning the terror network member for the U.S. undercover agent, whom they had to, since 2009, when I came to live, the family relocated to Maryland, has been a part of the agent for the U.S. undercover agent. They had to use him together with criminal minds, made up records against me. And I've told you on the 22nd of July, they had to bring him back to the company. I captured him. I showed it to us. What we don't know is I am the kind that is very, very discreet with information. The United Nations knows this. In spite of the I have held on so much, very discreet throughout all these struggles. As of now, I tell the Ghanaian people that their problem that has been created for them is more dangerous than the Israeli-Palestinian situation, and they need to know what to do. They haven't gotten to know what trap that has been set up for them yet. They haven't gotten to know. We were started to let them know what to do, and the criminals don't want that. And I've assured Ghana that at a appointed time we shall have that. We would want to let Ghana understand that prior to the anniversary of His Excellency John Dramani, His Excellency John Evans Fifi Atameos, I say it again, His Excellency John Evans Fifi Atameos, His Excellency Pakwesi Mr. Atta, and His Excellency and Major Maxwell Mahama, the Millicent Bongo, together with the 7-Eleven store and the crime network, aided by the police, the FBI, they had done everything they could to prevent the anniversary from coming on, the memorial anniversary. They started from the 22nd of July when I had to go to work. They took over the company, bringing the same criminal multi-million guy back. I captured him. They carried their agenda throughout the midnight onto the 23rd of July. Millicent Bongo and the crime network were doing everything possible to drift us from having the anniversary on the 24th. They had to go to the extent of pursuing me with helicopters, U.S. government helicopters in this outside of the building, send helicopters in with their agents pursuing me outside. I had to capture evidence of the helicopters They have used to lay siege. Um, so they, on the air, in the air, land, and was there a lake around, they would have also come by. They must come through all angles. Besides that, they had on the same the 23rd colluded and come up with an agenda to get me defrauded, to take over my income, to cripple me financially, uh, to find means to evict me out of this home on that same 23rd. So that involved helicopter, or they were finding every means to enforce the fraud against me. And God contended with them on the behalf of humanity, Ghana, Africa, and the nations. Are the noble American people who are being robbed by these criminals, and their government is covering up. I had to contend. God, by me, contended, still contending. Ghana, let's understand that Your Excellencies, heads of the nations of the world, United Nations. The truth is, I have officially approached the Ghana embassy, officially requested, solicited for me to be evacuated from America to my blessed homeland of Ghana. The United Nations copy of the document has gone to you with evidence to know that Ghanaians, helpless Ghanaians, are being evacuated from America to Ghana, and I have officially solicited help of the Ghana embassy and my nation to get me out of here. I want to appeal to the heads of the nations of the world, the United Nations, to demand, do everything. Noble people of Ghana, your life is at stake, our nation is at stake, my life is at stake. Let demand from the government of Ghana my evacuation from the land of America as soon as possible, because the US government is willfully murdering me to cover up the killing of our people. We should get me evacuated. So, humanity, um, let's go on. Testimony, evil, disorder. I appeal to us all that I be evacuated as soon as possible. In the midst of they having persecuted me to the point of bleeding, they are doing everything possible to get me out of life as quickly as they can. And the Bible says, the prudent foreseeth evil and hideth himself. We must redeem the time, for the days are getting very, very evil. So thank you, humanity and the nations of the world. Yeah, blessed ones of the nations of the world, that we get to know the need for me to be evacuated as soon as possible. In the year 2013, when Millicent Bongo and the crime network have gotten too dangerous as a result of the Rockville, the district, the circuit court of Montgomery County, Rockville. You have a judge, court staff, all willfully colluding, using the court to make a false evidence, to willfully cover up the crimes of the US undercover agent, and to unlawfully make my two tortured and abducted children the reward for her crime. It got to a point that it has become too dangerous for me in this home. Remember, while I was moving from the same day that I was relocating from Millicent, from Mary A. Miller's residence, which the undercover agent was meeting that tenant, a landlord, Miss Mary A. Miller, dangerous woman who was in whose home was being controlled by the FBI and the Montgomery County Police. They put me under total surveillance, just like they are doing here, and they make up false evidence against me. You remember on that same day that I was departing from the home, they had to quickly go generate a fraudulent warrant and get me thrown to jail. Okay. What we also don't know is, while I was in jail, they had to make the Mary, to cover up for the Mary A. Miller, they have to make her lie in a legal document willfully. I was in jail. She has to be made to tell the court that I want to go buy a gun and come and shoot her. I have detained her from going to work. I was in jail. And yet, the police, the FBI, the US undercover agent, they had to willfully create the impression to present me as a danger, because the court knows that they have willfully committed crime using the court against me. And while I was in jail, they had to make up false, such willful false records against me, just to have a grounds to reward the US undercover agent with my two tortured and abducted children as a reward. When God set me free from the jail, after 3 days, I had to come and be a tenant of this home. But like I told you, Alex Ajaklo, the same Rockville court, they were working diligently that within the shortest possible time, they had to use the husband of Millicent Bongo, called George, the son, Branson, and Millicent Bongo. They must aid the Rockville court, the FBI, Montgomery County, the terror network of Nana Addo Dankwa. They must make up evidence quickly, false evidence quickly, to cover up for the US undercover agent, a crime of putting me to jail, the Montgomery County, the FBI. It is unthinkable crime, willful crime that was being committed against their constitution. The guy is an African, so at a point they have to go to the extent of strategically let the next door neighbor one time come pretend, because from the next door, as I speak now, all the entire neighborhood have been infiltrated, and they, through that, they have access and operate this terror cell. They have their agents all over. But the next door neighbor was made to 2000. It was made to come treacherously. One time when I came out of the room, hi, you're a nice guy. You from Africa? I said yes. Yeah, I'm from Africa. Oh, I've never been to Africa, and your guys are very nice people. He was trying to play smart to cover up the fact that from his home he has access and is colluding with the Millicent Bongo. I need to tell you this because in 2019, as we go on, you realize the dangerous plot that was set by Millicent Bongo and the same next door neighbor against me to let the FBI take over the entire neighborhood. Let's go on. So, one of the strategies that they used is that they made the Branson guy, when each time I enter the bathroom to go use the bathroom, the moment I exit the bathroom, she will be made to come out of his room, open the door, and go and make a mess in the bathroom, literally urinating on the commode. I want to use that toilet seat, to let himself, the father and the mother, make up a lie against me that I have been making that mess and I don't I don't clean the seat when I use the commode. But meanwhile, they knew that they don't have any evidence against me. So now, don't be surprised if you find in the US government evidence against me for which they are killing my people, that I don't know how to fix my tie. You understand? That is their evidence. So they must kill my people. Because CSM is what they have in their government database. You understand? For which they are killing me. So they had to, when I realized that each time I went to the bathroom, go use the bathroom, they made the Branson guy quickly go behind me, go make a mess. And because the place is under surveillance, so all they need is they would let the guy come out of the bathroom. They know how to manipulate the surveillance images and get the evidence they want. They will not capture the guy as he having done that. So and when I see each time he has done that, I've gone back to go clean the place. So in order not for them to give them any chance for such false evidence against you, I started sitting. When I go to want to use the commode, I sit on it as a woman, as women do. You remember that in this same expose, have told us that because of my intense bleeding, in 2013, I had to sit on the commode to give them no chance, because if um, their cameras can prove that when I'm peeing, I stand, you understand, they could use that to manipulate the images to let it, that when the son has done that, to let it seem that I did it. So I had to sit on the commode. And one time they have to make the judge guy, when they have set up that, I make the judge guy come call me and say that when I use the bathroom, I should clean up the place. I told him, uh, please, don't go there. It's not true at all. I know your son has been doing that, and you know that. That is why when I had to use the bathroom, the commode, I had to sit on the commode. As at that time, I was sitting on the commode to prevent their willful crime of making a false evidence against me. Because Mary A. Miller was made to lie in legal documents, trying to create a false impression that I was doing two jobs that time. So I was so busy, and most of the time I was not home. That was why she was able to meet with the undercover agent to make up their false evidence and throw me to jail. Yet, in their false, willful lie to the court in legal document, they have to also make up that I don't clean the home. I am always cooking 24/7 in their home, making a whole entire home smell food. Willfully lying in legal document. So when George, Millicent Bongo, and Sam Bramson were using flimsy reasons to make up false evidence against me, even using dirtying the commode seat. I had to stand against that, excuse them, that I don't even sit. I don't even stand when I'm using the commode. I sit on it. So when things are gotten so critical, so evident that if I don't flee, I don't depart, leave this home, they could get me murdered. So what happened was I had to, as quickly as possible, uh, take only my bag and my valuable items which I needed, put them in my bag. The bed which I brought from Mary A. Miller's residence, that bed is our matrimonial, the mattress and the bed frame, the box, as well as the metal that is erected to put the box and the bed on. When the undercover agent abducted my children, he took over all our property. The only thing that I took out of the home was the our matrimonial bed mattress and the box, so I can I moved out of the home to go live here, become a tenant in another home. So I needed that mattress and the box, and I didn't take our bed. I didn't take it. Every other thing, including a family car, everything, the undercover agent brought a truck and packed everything. See, I didn't brought a truck, packed everything away before, and was in the process of. So before she came, finally, I had left the home. She should have the home and take everything. So she took the car, everything that. So the bed on which the bed which I'm using now, when I was going to live in Mary A. Miller's home, that was our matrimonial bed. I mean the mattress, the box for the mattress, and actually we have a metal frame for the bed. I mean for the box and the mattress as well. So when I took it to Mary A. Miller's home, he used the strategy that my mattress cannot and the frame cannot get into my room, because the room leading to her from downstairs to upstairs was small, so the bed cannot fit. So she already has a bed in the room. No, she has infested the room with bed bugs. That was the strategy they used. Very, very. So she had to make me leave my bed outside of the a place in the home. That each time I want to leave, I had to live with that. But she would not let me use my own bed. So the bed that I was lying, the mattress and the frame that I was using in Mary Emily's room, it was for her, and she infested it with bed bugs. We saw those exposed in 2014-15 on Facebook testimony. Yeah. So when it has gotten too dangerous for me in this residence in 2013, I had to, knowing that the court was seeking every means possible to with the U.S. undercover agent, the U.S. to get me eliminated from life. So, and this home was where they were using as their main base. I had to, in fact, I've paid my rent to George and the husband. I had to depart from the home since I came to live at home. I lived here from June, July, August, 3 months. I paid my rent from month to month. Never owed them a penny. But I had to, in spite of I paid my rent, had to go live in a hotel while I approached various. The hotel is called Holiday Inn in Germantown, Maryland. Here, between the Germantown Transit Center and Walmart, where I was working, there is a Holiday Inn there. In spite, I was paying as much as over $100 a day. It was worth me staying there while I approached various national embassies to get me help to get me asylum. I stayed there for days, and I never returned to this home. All my the bed, and when I went to live in Millicent Mary Emily's home, because I took only the box, the mattress, and the metal frame, I had to get a few furniture, buy them to for use in the room in Mary Emily's place. So my furniture that I bought, together with this mattress on which I'm lying, I'm using now, they were all my property. But because Millicent Bongo, the husband, and the son, they were willfully aiding the U.S. government to murder me, to cover up the killing of their own people. I have to prove to them that I know it is because of earthly treasures that we are seeking to murder me with the U.S. government, supported by the terror network of Mr. Nana Addo Akufo of Ghana. I had to leave all my property for them and go live in a hotel, from where eventually I had to leave for Canada as an asylum seeker. Humanity and the Nations of the. Let's watch this. You see, the same week, 2 days ago, you will see that Mary, the FBI, crime coverage stakes, in making Mary Emila further the agenda of false evidence making against me with criminals in their crime counterparts in Kenya. Told us that she is willfully giving she's made to call people in Kenya. They communicate. It's a plot by the US, the FBI, and Montgomery County Police. They plot this, made them communicate on the phone. So they use it as an intercepted call. But the communication that they do is a well thought thing. It's a strategic, well planned. There's nothing accidental. Yeah. If the Kenyan government would find out, you realize that between those agents in Kenya and the husband of Mary Emila, and the husband of Millicent Bongo, George, who is living in Kenya, enjoying their restaurant and hotels, and their fortunes in Kenya, you will see that uh, this same week, Millicent Bongo has been made to take a piece of paper, paste it at the bathroom to try to make up a lie that is that if um, when we use the commode, we should clean it. You should clean the commode. Why? Because I've told us here that because of my situation, before in 2013, I had to sit on the commode to prevent them giving them any room to make a justifiable a ground to make the evidence credible. You understand? False evidence credible. So I had to sit on it to prevent them totally. But this time in 2019, it is a must that I must sit on because of the bleeding. My bleeding situation. There could be accident. I'm standing and peeing, and when you have diarrhea, you understand. Sometimes when you are peeing, you could do it on yourself. So this time it's compelled to sit on the commode since I came to live. Since my bleeding time, then I came to live in this home. And Millicent Bongo knows that I have told us that I've been sitting on the commode. So the FBI, Montgomery County Police, the willful crime covering state, had to willfully make up a false evidence. They made them make this notice to put it in the bathroom. They know that the cameras, the surveillance image can capture this as an announcement that she is making. Because if he wanted to tell the son, he could tell the son that if he will use the commode, he should clean that. But he knows that the son is not the target. I'm the one that they are making that false evidence against. So he should put it there. We are only 3 people that are left living: herself, the son, and I. The other tenant that were living in the basement. In basement in Ghana, we call it underground rooms. There are underground rooms here in the home where other agents were living. I exposed them and gave to Ghana within a matter of 2 days. They removed them out. They made them move out of the home because the FBI, Montgomery County, know the role that agent, a non-person of color, had been made to play in those false evidence making. So humanity and the nations of the world, yeah, Kenya can realize that this same week they have been made to reinforce that agenda. Any communication that have gone on between Millicent Bongo, the son, and anybody in Kenya in regarding the lies that I make a mess in the bathroom when I use it, they will, the FBI, Montgomery County, they know that they are willfully making that lie to cover up the injury that their persecution has made me sustain. To be quick, but I've told us when I'm sitting, use the commode, I sit on it. If I sit on it, how come I'm able to make when I pee? The Millicent Bongo lady is claiming that I make a mess with a pee. You understand? So they are trying to co- counter. Yeah, is the word of the truth that I've told us here. That because of my situation, I have to sit on the commode when I'm using it. This is a willful agenda. So when they made them put that notice 2 days ago, I also have to put another notice there that because of I sit on the commode when I'm using it, and each time I use it, I clean it. So she knows that she is willfully being made to make up false evidence against me. This is just a gist of idea I want to give us. What we should don't worry. Humanity, we should not worry. The most important thing is we must all do everything we can to get me out of here. In 2013, I had to approach almost all national embassies in America before eventually I had to flee to Canada. The moment is here again. If we don't act, the way how dangerous Mr. Bongo, the 7-Eleven company, they are all colluding, working together, Montgomery County Police, FBI, using helicopter. They are working as quickly as possible to get me eliminated. Let's do what we can to get me out of here. Ghana, we must bring out our voice, speak to our government. We must get me out of here as quickly as we can. Ghanaians are being evacuated. I'm more than willing to be evacuated from here. United Nations, heads of the nations of the world, I must be evacuated. God bless you, and God bless my homeland, Ghana. Let's go to the next expose to receive what to do. God bless you one more time, and God bless my homeland, Ghana. Bye bye. I shall not die.